So today we are going to be putting together this little mini album using the present die set from scrapdivadesigns.com. I do have a coupon code for her. It is Patty10, and that'll get you 10% off at checkout. So if you're inspired to pick up this die today or any of the dies that I showcase, I hope that you use that discount code to save you some money. Also, if you follow the hashtag scrapdivadesigns.com, there is so much inspiration there, you guys. You can see what the other design team members are doing with the same die, and it's just fun to see everybody's take on these dies. So this is very similar to a previous mini album that I had shared before. This one right here, it's the same concept. So I thought I would do the same with this little present die set. So let's get right to it. So first off, you are going to need that present die set, and you're going to assemble two of them. So you're going to need one for the front and one for the back of your mini album, just like I have done here. So I have the back cover and the front cover. Oh, these little balls are coming off. So on this one right here, I went ahead and did presents on the inside. But for the one that we're going to do today, I think I like it better without the inside done. So I went ahead and, you know, matted the inside and made it look like like the outside, but I don't want to do that for this one. So I just have my two presents that I have assembled on one side. And then I have my two straps. These measure 6 by a 1/2 inch. So they're a 1/2 inch wide and they're 6 inches long. And of course we have two of those because you do need one strap for each cover. So that is one piece you will need. Then for the hidden hinge, we are going to need a 4 1/4 by 2 1/2 inch wide paper. So it's 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then on the 2 1/2 inch side, you're going to score this at every 1/4 inch all the way down. And that's going to create these little lines right here that we are going to fold up on. So we're going to create our little hidden hinge binding. And we're creating, you know, our mountains and valleys, just going back and forth with these. So I'm going to skip that one and go to this one to create a mountain. These things always seem so much easier when I'm not recording. So just like that. And then I'm going to skip that next score mark and go to the next one and do the same thing, create that mountain. And what that is going to make is 3 hinges. So this book will have 3 pockets. And let me move this aside. This is what we have right here. So what I am going to do here is add some glue and close these little mountains up to form our hinges. Let me run my score tool over this. And one more. And take your time with this because this is going to determine, you know, how your pockets stand. So you want it to be nice and even right on the score marks that you make. So this is what we are going to be left with. We're going to have our 3 hinges right here that we're going to add our pockets to, and then we'll just add some glue down here and adhere this to our book. So next up, we have this piece of paper right here. This measures 4 1/4 by 3 inches. So 4 1/4 by 3 inches. On the 3 inch side, we are going to score this at 1 and at 2, and that's going to give us a 1 inch, what do you call this? I can't think of the word right now. Spine, a 1 inch spine to our mini album. So for this mini album, I did a 1/2 inch spine. For this one, I'm going to do a 1 inch spine. And we will have room for our, you might have to trim these sides down just a little bit. I didn't bring my tool, my cutting board over here, but I'm just going to eyeball it and trim it with some scissors. I would recommend you do this with your cutting board just so that it's nice and even and not all wonky. But for the sake of this tutorial, I just took off a little piece, a little sliver, and I'm going to add some glue to the bottom of this. And add that to my spine, right in the center. You want to make sure it is on there properly, like right in between those score marks. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We have our hinges, we have our little flaps right here. These are what we are going to use to attach our present to, just like that. Super easy. I'm just going to use some liquid glue and go ahead and attach my front and back covers. And you want to take your time with this, make sure it's nice and even. Line everything up nicely. There you go. And then I'll just run that across. And we have one of our covers on. This is what we have. Then I am going to add my pockets. I'm going to leave this cover off. This is my front cover. I'm going to leave it off till the very end. So for the pockets, I have done some prep work. We have 3, and these are going to measure 9 by 4, so 9 inches by 4 inches in height. On the 9-inch side, we're going to score this at a 1/2 inch and at 4 3/4. And we're going to fold this over, and this is going to close our pocket off, and this part right here is what we are going to use to adhere to our hinge. Something I do want to mention is that I like to miter these hinges to just trim off the little corners, and it just helps the pocket fit on here better. So I just snip those off just like so. And see how it just creates like a little slant on there. And I'm going to do the same to this side, and they just go flying. Not good. And so then what I'm going to do is remove the double-sided tape that I adhered to this and just add some glue to the bottom of my pocket. Just a really thin bead of glue to both sides. And I'm going to add my pocket to the hinge. Just like so. You want to make sure to line this up as best you can. Add some pressure to that hinge. These notes are just for me. I realize that this video is kind of bright. I'm filming at night, so I do have all the lights on. So these notes are just for me, but basically it says here that our mats measure 4 1/8 by 3 7/8. So if you want to mat these pockets, you're going to need 2 pieces of paper that measure 4 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then you will just add that onto your pocket to mat it, just like so. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. Actually, I did that wrong. I wanted this to be the inside. That's okay. I'm just going to wipe that off. Fortunately, I didn't add very much. So let me add that. And I just wanted it to match this part. And that is our mat. So I'm going to go ahead and add the next 2 pockets, doing this exact same thing I did with that one, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have added my pockets and I have matted them. We have 3. This is what it looks like so far. So now all that's left to do is add the front cover, and all I'm going to do is fold this over, add some glue. Just like so. line that up against my desk. That always helps get it nice and straight. It's always easier said than done. I'm trying to figure out where the score mark is. There you go. Okay. So that is the basic construction of our book. I would still go in and mat this part right here, the spine, because it is 1 by, I don't even remember what, I'll put the measurement for the mat for the spine in the description box once I cut that out. I forgot to cut that piece out. So, and it's not necessary to mat it, but I would, even though it's going to be standing up like this, I think it will still make it look just like, give it a finished look. So now all that's left to do is add our straps and embellish our book. I just add a little bit of glue to this, put this at the tip of the bow and hold that down while it adheres. Then I'm going to add some to the opposite side and do the same. Okay, so I've added this one, this strap to this side. Now I'm going to add the second one to this side and just do the same thing. Give it a little curve, add some glue to that, place it on the tip of the bow. And so what I like to do here is kind of measure them against each other so I can know how far I'm going to go for this one. And I think it's going to be about right there. So I'm just going to add some hot glue while holding that into place, just like that. And our book, the construction of our book is done, you guys. That is what your book is going to look like. So all that's left to do is embellish our book. I would love to hang some little like cookie cutter pendants from here, since this is the Cookies for Kringle paper collection for Fancy Pants Designs, and so on here it says Cookies for Santa. So I think that those little cookie cutter embellishments would look really cute on here. And then on the inside of the book I would mat this. So I'd cut out just a solid piece of paper using the Present die set and attach this, and what that's going to do is cover up my straps and just give it a clean look, and also cover up the binding. So I didn't cut those out for you to see, but basically see how my straps aren't visible here on this one, and then the binding isn't visible on the bottom as well. So I would just do a solid piece of paper. I wouldn't do all the mats and the layers. So I think I would just do a solid piece of paper and maybe create a pocket or add one of those little Target plastic pockets to the inside of this, just to add another little area that you can, or maybe a belly band. I think that would be cute. So yeah, that is how you put this little mini album together that I have created. It's basically, you know, the same concept as this little treat bag mini album. Super easy to put together, and again, you can make this spine as big or as wide as you would like. You can add as many pockets as you would like. Sky's the limit with this little mini album, as many pages as you would like. You know, these don't have to be pockets. They can be turned into just pages. And so this is what that looks like. You can add little tags in here. I think this would be cute to send maybe a set of handmade gift tags to someone. Super cute. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.